Hello first graders, this is Mr. Begay. We are going to continue to work on our addition arrows. Remember, this is repeated addition. Here is our rule. The rule here says plus 3. Remember, whatever is in the rule here, that number gets added on to each number that's going to start appearing here as we gradually move forward. Now, Mr. Begay put 3 blue circles here to help us. The reason why I put 3 blue circles to help us is because that's the rule here. It says plus 3. We also got a hundreds chart here that's going to help us too find the answer. Now, first graders, what's this first number that you see there? 8. Good job. So we're going to have to add 8 plus 3 to get our answer. Now just follow Mr. Begay. Watch how I do this. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? Now count again with me. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 is our next answer that will go in there. You see that? 8 plus 3 equals 11. Now, look here at this hundreds chart. We're going to use this now to view our answer again. Remember, we have to add plus 3. So watch Mr. Begay. 1, 2, 3. I landed back on 11, which we got here. Now, let's try it again. You're going to start at this number, 8. And then you're going to count 1, 2, 3 to get to your answer. So you start here at 8 and you count 1, 2, 3. So our answer came out to 11. Now we are done with 8. We're finished with it. So you're going to move right here to this next number, which is 11. Now first graders, what are we going to add on to 11? What does our rule say up there? Plus 3. Good job. So we got to add now 11 plus 3 to get this next answer where it's blinking now. Now watch Mr. Begay. 11 plus 3. We're going to use these 3 blue circles to help us again. Let's count with Mr. Begay. Follow me. 11, 12, 13, 14. So our next answer is going to be 14. Now we're going to look here at this number chart. Are we going to find 8 or are we going to look for 11? Which one are we going to look for now? 11. Good job. Because we're finished now with 8. We got to go to 11. Now, find 11 on the hundreds chart. It's right here, 11. Now, we got to count 1, 2, 3 to get our answer to see if we get to 14. Watch how Mr. Begay does this. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. We landed right on 14, which is the answer now. Now, here we go now. We are finished with 8 and 11. We're going to come now here to 14. Now, first graders, what is the rule up there? What does it say to do? Plus 3. So we got to add 14 plus 3 to get our next answer here. That's the line here that is blinking. Now, let's count. We got to count 3 of these. These 3 blue circles are going to help us. Let's count from 14. Follow Mr. Begay. 14, 15, 16, 17. So our next answer is going to be 17. Now let's look here at our number chart, this hundreds chart. What number do we have to look at now? We finished 8 and we finished 11. So what number do we have to look for now? 14, right there. Now let's find 14 on our chart there. You see that 14? Now, how many do we have to count forward? How many? What does our rule say? Plus 3. So watch Mr. Begay. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. We landed right on 17. So 17 is our next answer here. Now, first graders, let's come here now to 2. Now, 2 is going to do the same thing, okay? Up here we had 8, now we have 2 down here. Our rule still says plus 3. And look at that, we're still going to use these blue circles to help us count now, but it's just that we were given a different number here, 2. So we're going to start from 2. You see 2 right there? That's where we're going to start now. Now watch Mr. Begay. I'm going to count from 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. So our next answer is going to be 5 there. Now, we're going to look for 2 now. Find 2 now on that hundreds chart. You see it? 2. It's right there. 2. Now, what does the rule say now? How many do we have to count forward? 3. So watch Mr. Begay count with me. We're going to start here at 2. 1, 2, 3. And we landed right on 5. So that is correct now. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now let's move on, first graders. We're going to use this 5 now. And we're going to still use these 3 blue circles here. Now, watch Mr. Begay count with me. We're going to start at 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. So our next answer there is going to be 8. Now, we are done with 2 now. We come to 5. Let's find 5 on our hundreds chart. It's right there. You see 5? Now, what does the rule tell us? We have to add how many? 3. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3 to see if we were correct. Now let's go to 5 again. Count with Mr. Begay. 1, 2, 3. And good job. We got the right answer. 8 is correct. So now first graders, we are done with 2 and 5. We come now to 8. Now look, we're still going to use these 3 blue circles here. We're going to start at 8. Count with Mr. Begay. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 comes here again. 11. Now, we're going to find 8 now because Mr. Begay said we're done now with 2 and 5. We come now to 8. Let's find 8 on that hundreds chart and let's see if we're correct. Right there is 8. Now, first grader, what is the rule again? What does this rule say? Plus 3. So let's come now to 8. We have to count 1, 2, 3 to get our answer. Watch Mr. Begay. 1, 2, 3. And we landed right on 11. So that is correct. 11. Now first graders, let's come down here to this next set. What does the rule say now? What is that? Plus 2. First graders say plus 2. Plus 2. Good job. So look here now. We only have 2 circles here that are green. Up here we had 3 because the rule said plus 3. Now we only have 2 green circles because the rule says we're only going to add 2 to each of these numbers to get our answer. Now first graders, the same thing now. We're going to start at 9. Count with Mr. Begay. Let's count. 9, 10, 11. So our answer there is going to be 11. Now, let's use 9. Let's find it here on our hundreds chart. You see, 9 is right there. we're going to have to count forward how many. What does our rule say? Plus 2. Look right here. It says plus 2. So you're going to come here to 9. Let's count 1, 2 to see if we're correct and putting 11 here. Watch Mr. Begay count with me. 1, 2. So that is correct. Look at that. 11 is here and we got our answer here. 11 now. Now we're finished with 9. We're going to come here now to 11. How many do we have to add now to 11? How many? And the rule is right here for us also. How many? Plus 2. So you're going to come here now to 11. Well, we're going to add 1, 2 to it. Okay? 11 plus 2. Watch Mr. Begay count with me. 11, 12, 13. So our answer is going to be 13. Now, we're going to come here to this 11 again. Because we're finished with 9, we use 11 now. Let's find 11 on the hundreds chart. Look right there, we found it. Now, how many are we going to add to find our answer? Plus 2, because the rule says right here, plus 2. So let's come back to 11. Let's count 1, 2 to see if 13 is our answer. Count with Mr. Begay. 1, 2. And look at that. 13 is right there, and we did put 13, which is correct. Now, let's try another example. Let's keep going. 13 plus 2. So, we're going to start at 13 now. We're going to use these 2 green circles to help us again. Count with Mr. Begay. Watch me. 13, 14, 15. So our answer there is going to be 15. Now, we're going to start at 13 again. Let's find 13 on our hundreds chart. You see, it's right there, 13. Now, first graders, how many are we going to add on to 13? How many? 2, because look, the rule here says plus 2. So we come back to 13 up here. We look for it to see if 15 is correct. So let's count plus 2 to see if our answer is right. Watch Mr. Begay. Count with me. 1, 2. See, look at that. 15 is there. 15 is here also. Good job, first graders. Keep watching your screen. Let's go to the next number here. We're going to start at 3 now. What number? Now 3. Now first graders, what rule are we going to do now to number 3? What rule are we going to do to this 3? We're going to add how many? 2. Good job. Because look, the rule still says up here, plus 2. So this 3 now we have to add 3 plus 2 to get our next answer here. We're going to still use these 2 green circles that are here. Now watch Mr. Begay. Count with me. 3, 4, 5. So our answer here is going to be 5. Now let's look at our hundreds chart. Let's see if that is correct. Ready? Let's go to 3. Let's find 3 up here. Right there is number 3. Now first graders, what's the rule say? What's the number we're going to add to 3? Plus 2. Because right here the rule says plus 2. Now let's come back to 3. Watch Mr. Begay. 1, 2. Look at that. That is correct. 5. So 5 went in there. Now we're finished with 3. We come here now to 5. We're now going to add 5 plus 2. We're going to use these green circles to help us. Now first graders, count with Mr. Begay from number 5. Watch. Count with me. 5, 6, 7. So our answer here is going to be 7. Now, let's come now to this hundreds chart. You're going to come now to number 5. Let's find number 5 up here. Number 5 is right there. Now, how many are we going to add on to get to our next answer? 2. We're going to add 2 because that's the rule here. The rule says plus 2. So you got to add on now. 7 plus 2 to get our next answer. Now let's come to 7. Count with Mr. Begay. 7, 8, 9. So our answer there is going to be 9. Now let's come here to the hundreds chart. Let's see if that is correct. We're going to look at 7 again. Let's find 7. Watch Mr. Begay. I found 7 there. Now first graders, how many am I going to add to 7? Plus 2. So, watch Mr. Begay. I'm going to stay on 7. 1, 2. So our answer there is going to be what? 9. Look at that. And we did get the correct answer here. It's going to be 9. Now, first graders, I want you to get now a paper and pencil. Get a paper and pencil. Once you get your paper and pencil, I want you to only copy this section here, okay? Copy everything the way you see it. Do not copy this hundreds chart. You're going to use this just to look at and to see if your answer is correct. The only one that you are going to draw in your paper is this part, okay? Now it says addition arrow, so write that on your paper. I want you to copy down the rule. It says plus 5, and Mr. Begay put 5 circles here for you. I want you to draw that. Write number 8, 2, come down to the next one. Here the rule says plus 4. And Mr. Begay provided 4 green circles here for you to count with again. And write 9 and 3. First graders, let me help you get started once you draw everything down, okay? Let me just start you off here. Now, we're going to start here at 8. What does our rule say now? Plus what? Plus 5. That's the rule now. Plus 5. And look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already put 5 blue circles here to help you count. Here's what you're going to do now. Let me start you off. You're going to come to 8. Now count with me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you're going to write that now for your next number. 13. That's where you're going to, that's your answer there, because that is correct. 8 plus 5, it equals 13. And then you're going to come back here to 8. You're going to look back here on the hundreds chart. Find number 8, which is right there. Now, what does your rule say up here? Up here, what does it say? Plus what? Plus 5. So you're going to come back here to 8. We're going to add on plus 5 to get our answer to see if that 13 is correct. Now watch Mr. Begay. We're going to start at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is correct. Look at that. We landed right on 13, which we did put there. Now, first graders, I want you to continue, okay? Go until you get a number here and another number here. Just put 3 numbers. Go up to 3 here. So you're going to go 9, get your next number, get your next number, and get your next number. Okay? Let me give you an example here again. See how Mr. Begay, we started here at 8. We only did 1, 2, 3. We only did 3 answers here. And then we went to the next number. 1, 2, 3. So that's all I want you to do here. Just go 1, 2, 3. All together, you're going to have 4 answers here. Then you're going to go to your next number, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then you should have 4 answers here. Then you're going to come down here and the rule says plus 4. I already put 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 green circles here for you to use and count with, okay? Now, once you're done with your assignment, I want you to put it in a folder because you're going to turn this in on Friday. And remember, you have your dots here, your circles to help you count, and you also have your hundreds charts here to help you. Keep working, first graders. Good job. And pause the video right here because I'm going to end the video now.